Hi everybody, my name is Paulette and welcome back to Time for Keto. I'm so excited about this recipe today. There's an ingredient that I've been wanting to use for a long time and today I'm using it. And the best thing about this recipe is it only has 1 gram of net carbs per serve. So stick around and I'm going to tell you what this ingredient and what the recipe is. So today's recipe is chocolate brownies, but wait, the secret ingredient that we're going to be using to make this brownie fudgy, moist, and absolutely delicious is this. It is hulled tahini, and tahini is made from sesame seeds. So let's get started with this recipe and I'll show you how simple it is to make these chocolate brownies. The first thing that we need to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. So what we're going to need before we get anything started is line your tin. And this is a 9-inch by 9-inch pan. I have it ready to go. I sprayed it with coconut oil so the baking paper or parchment paper stuck to the pan. So that's ready. Let me tell you a little bit about tahini if you don't know what this is. This is the whole tahini. So this is made from only sesame seeds. There's no added salt, no added sugar, no added oil, nothing. This is just 100% sesame seeds that has been grinded to a paste. And it brings out its natural oils and it has a very delicious nutty flavor. I can tell you later what I love tahini with and what I normally do as a breakfast type of condiment, but we'll move on to that later. So let's start with this recipe and I will show you what the ingredients are that we need to make this really simple chocolate brownie recipe. Grab yourself a bowl, medium bowl like this. And we're going to start with the wet ingredients first. And the first ingredient that we're going to add to the bowl is 225 grams or 1 cup of whole tahini. So let's just get that in there. You see it's like a pasty type of ingredient. If only you could smell it. It smells so good. Just love tahini. We're also going to add half a cup or 100 grams of sugar-free granulated brown sugar, a quarter of a cup of sugar-free maple syrup, 2 eggs at room temperature, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. What we're going to do now is we are going to blend all these ingredients together so it's nice and smooth. As you can see, it's quite a thick consistency, but that's how it has to be. That's how it should be. So let's get on with the dry ingredients now. And the dry ingredients that we have is half a cup of unsweetened cocoa of your choice, whatever cocoa you have that's unsweetened. We also have 1 tablespoon of almond flour. We have 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Just add those in and fold the rest of the ingredients in there. You don't need to use a whisk, just get a wooden spoon or something and just fold everything in so it's combined. All right, this is well folded in. Let me just show you what that looks like. Okay, one last ingredient is sugar-free dark chocolate chips that we are going to add in, and just quickly fold that in. That's just going to make it even more fudgy and delicious. How simple was that? Very simple to do. You saw the ingredients I used, and now it's time to get this into the baking pan and into the oven, and we're going to bake this for around 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven. When you want to know it's ready, just stick a knife into the brownie mixture, and if a couple of crumbs or it's a little bit like that comes out, it's ready. You don't want to overbake this because you want it to have that fudgy, moist consistency. So let's get on with the next step. Get it into the pan and into the oven. In the mornings, sometimes I really enjoy having a tahini spread with my low-carb bread, and it's really simple to make. All you do is take some tahini, which you've seen in that bottle, and you be sure to stir it quite well because the oil of the sesame seeds rises to the top. So just give it a good stir. Put some in a bowl that you want to use for the next few weeks because it lasts in the fridge. Add some sugar-free maple syrup to it to taste. So the sweeter you want it, the more you add. I've also added some vanilla. Stir it really well so it's combined, and you leave it in the fridge for a few weeks, and you can add it to your toast. Really simple, and it's really delicious, and it's really good for you. If we're going to have a delicious fudgy chocolate brownie, then I think we need to have some whipped cream with that as well. So let's make some homemade whipped cream. So what I have here is thickened cream, and I also have powdered sugar sweetener. So we are going to use that, and I just use my eyes. Basically, maybe I use around 150 mils of cream, or 250 mils, that's a cup. And I add maybe slightly less than a tablespoon of sugar sweetener, I like the sweet flavor of cream. So let's just add, just using my eyes. Okay, I think that's enough. That works out to be probably a cup. And here we go. That's definitely a tablespoon, so let's get that in there. You could also add vanilla if you like, but I'm just going to do this for now. And I use my little blending machine. Turns into whipped cream very quickly. It's just so easy. So let's get that on the machine and get this ready. Oh, that's looking good. I think that's actually ready. Have a look. Thickened up, hasn't it? You saw how simple that was. And that's keto whipped cream for you. So I'm going to put this aside, and when the brownie is ready, we are going to have some whipped cream with our brownie. It's been 20 minutes. I'm going to check these brownies. If they're ready, I'm going to take them out of the oven because I don't want them to overbake. So let's do that now. Look at that. Looks good to me. All right, let's get this out of the oven. Have a look at that. That looks amazing, and it has risen as well. So I'm gonna let this cool down for a good 15 minutes. Let's try this. Let me just first grab the cream. And the cream also looks amazing, so I'm very excited. All right, now you do 16 equal serves for this brownie recipe, and that means each brownie has only 150 calories and 1 gram of net carbs. I'm so excited. Another great snack. So let me just cut this into equal portions, and we're gonna do the taste test. Just want to show you. Look at that. That is made with tahini. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh, and it's so fluffy and light. So I'm going to put this on the plate, and I am going to add some cream. I thought, why not take this one extra step? Sugar-free chocolate fudge. Let's do this. Let's get some cream on here. Now that we've done the cream, let's do the fudge. All right. Very excited. So, here we have our tahini chocolate brownie with keto cream. And I think it's time to do the taste test. Have a look at that. Let's try it. Wow, that is delicious. I do taste the nuttiness of the tahini in the brownie mixture, but I like it. I like that aftertaste. It's very nice. And the texture of the chocolate chips in there as well, so it gives it a little bit of crunchiness, but it's really delicious. I really like this. And it was so easy to make. So let's try this again. Delicious. It's not too sweet. Fudgy, moist, and no eggy flavor. It is really a delight to eat. Thank you so much for joining me today in this video. And if you liked it, as always, please like and subscribe. It absolutely means the world to me. And until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.